Today it is my job to help you go from this to this by using the over-under cable wrap method. It really doesn't matter who you are, if you're involved with a lot of audio, video, or production stuff, or if you're just a person who has like extension cords and Christmas lights around your house. This has been one of my favorite quote-unquote life hacks that I've ever learned, and it's something that once you learn it is legitimately life-changing forever. So very quickly today, I will teach you how to do the over-under cable method, and then you can thank me from now to the rest of your life every time you are no longer frustrated by having to wrap and untangle cables. One thing that people often do when they're trying to organize cables is they will take a cable and they will just start wrapping it so it looks neat. And then what happens is you've got a cable that looks really neat, but when it's time to untangle it, it just kind of gets tangled up in itself. And I think we've all been here, and it's not that fun. So by using the over-under method, you can totally avoid that. When you're done and you want to unravel the cable, it just comes undone really easily, really cleanly, and really safely. The over-under method is super simple to learn. I'm gonna use this guitar cable to show you. There are just a couple of steps, but they're really important to get right, because if you don't, then nothing else will work. And the first step is to start with one end of the cable. I always just grab it with my right hand, with my thumb facing away from me. And then you just place your second hand on the cable, and then your thumbs will naturally go in the same direction. This is the most important step. When you place your second hand on the cable, turn your hand so that your thumbs are now going in opposite directions. This one stays there, but now your left thumb is facing away. And then all you do is basically bring your hands together, and while you're bringing it together, your left hand is kind of twisting the cable, and it makes a really nice loop. And when you do it correctly, you can feel the cable naturally falling into the loop. You're not forcing anything. And then for the second loop, you do the same thing, but this time you keep your thumbs going in the same direction. And you go around, you kind of twist the cable so it naturally lines up, and then you go with your thumbs apart, thumbs together, thumbs apart, thumbs together, and that's it. And when the cable's wrapped up, you'll kind of feel it doesn't have any of this weird tension in it. It's super easy to use like a cable whip and tie these together, but you can just sort of feel the cable's not having any pressure put on it. It doesn't have any kinks in it. And then when it's time to use it again, it'll just unravel and be ready to go really, really easily. And it does take a little bit of practice to get right, but once you get the muscle memory going and you kind of get into the rhythm of it, it's super easy. This is a relatively short, 15-foot cable, but I've done the same method with 2 300-foot cables, and it works just fine. So once you get that muscle memory going, it just kind of becomes a habit, and I've used it on basically everything for a number of years. It's easy to come across a lot of life hacks and tips online that claim they will change your life. This is one that genuinely will. And as a bonus tip, if you're somebody who works in any kind of media industry, maybe you're doing audio, maybe you're doing some video or film or something like that, anything that involves cables, this is the way that you are expected to maintain and wrap your cables in those environments. If you go on a professional, any kind of production, and you just wrap up your cables in a really tangled mess, people will literally laugh at you sometimes. Sometimes they'll throw the cables right back at you and make you do it correctly, because it is the proper way to do it and makes everybody's life so much easier. So I know that at face value, a video about cables isn't the most exciting thing in the world, but once you get this method, it just makes things so much easier that I think it will really stick with you, and you'll keep using it for years and years to come until we all live in some futuristic wonder world where everything is wireless. But in the meantime, while there are still cords and cables in the world, the over-under method is the best way to wrap them, the best way to deal with them, the best way to protect them. So I hope that was super helpful. Hope you learned something, and I hope you enjoy taking care of your cables from here on out. Thanks so much. I'll see you next time.